Hello traders, this is Rich from tradesight. This is a look at our market leading stocks via our proprietary scans and the signals that they're going to generate for the coming session. This is going to be for Thursday, September 5th, 2013. And today we've got a very strong day going, closing not quite at but pretty near range high in the day. What that's giving us is having the low opening and the strong close. It's giving us a lot of these CPS buy signals. So definitely the NASDAQ patch, we're certainly skewed to the buy side. Only a couple of sells here, but looking pretty good for tomorrow. Before we go any further, just keep in mind that tomorrow is the non-farm. I'm sorry, the ADP number, which is going to be out before the bell. So that's a pretty big number. It can definitely affect trading. And the ADP number is kind of the non-government preview of the monthly NFP non-farm number. So the ADP is coming out tomorrow. Got to keep that in mind. We do have some good volume bumps here today. We've got a volume bump in Adobe, and all these other names down in here have volume bumps. Also, take a look at the open-close deviations. We've got a couple that are popping up here that are definitely notable. Clack, Juniper, Altera, and Biogen. A lot of those are clustered in the semiconductor space, so the semis are having a pretty strong day here. Looking at the financials not quite as universal as the NASDAQ side, but we do have a fair amount of upside CPS conditions. We don't have the volume bumps that we're seeing in NASDAQ. NASDAQ is a bit stronger on a relative basis than the broad market today so far. Energy stocks, about half of them have upside CPS conditions, no volume bumps. The RAG really has the best volume of the day. PBR's got another strong session going with an upside CPS signal. That's just a little bit under 2% higher on the day versus the open. Looking at the broad market generals, handful of CPS conditions, about half the names have that. A couple of volume bumps, one in Verizon that's still following through on volume. And Disney's got a volume bump and the CPS condition. So that's going to be on my watch list for tomorrow. Moving on to the housing names. The housing sector really isn't the one that's in play today, though we do have a couple of differential buys. Transport's pretty decent today. We've got 3 upside CPS conditions there, but no volume bumps. Looking at the commodities finally, pretty good to the buy side here. We've got a fair amount of CPS conditions, and the ones that aren't CPS have camouflage buys. So looking pretty good here. The only one that's not really cooperating is ACH, has a camouflage sell signal and a volume bump. So if you're looking for a couple of short names to have handy for tomorrow, that's definitely going to be one of mine. Alright folks, as always, thanks for listening. This has been Rich for tradesight.